Alright guys, so after my little picture tour of my railroad, I wanted to show you, I didn't include the plaque, but there's my plaque, but I use the Digitrax Zephyr system. This allows me to do everything, and it has an independent programming track. And I don't know if you guys can see, 2 wires go up to a bus bar. Now I know that looks really complicated, but really it's 2 wires that go to one spot, and all these other wires you see hanging around go around the entirety of my main line and my sidings. That way, in the event that one of my rail connectors go bad, that section will still be powered. The bolted up cords you see are switch tracks. They're all powered and eventually will be hooked up to be switched. Now the benefits of DCC, besides being able to control multiple trains on the same track at different speeds no matter what, independent direction, is that model railroading is moving into the sound-equipped locomotives, especially in N-scale. And your DCC system allows you to control all the functions. Your horn, your bell. Let's get it moving here. Now what DCC essentially is you got a little computer inside your locomotive. Your DCC system is a computer, and each locomotive responds to an address. You can see my switcher here is ready to go. I got my RS3 sitting here. Now there's no blocks or anything, so all the tracks get in constant power. And if this was a traditional transformer, you would find that if I put power to the transformer, all the locomotives would start moving at the same time. But because each one has a computer inside of it, each one has its own address, it stays completely stationary unless you select it to move it. This allows for much more realistic operations on your layout, and it can take a small layout and give you the ability to have 2 people operating on it. And it's much simpler to build a more complicated model railroad, especially when you don't have to do all the complicated wiring and blocks and whatnot. Digitrax is a good option. It's a little bit more complex because they definitely give you the ability to do extreme programming on a more of a computer side of things. NCE is also a great option. My best friend, he uses the NCE ProCab and he models the Baltimore, Ohio on HO scale. But no matter what DCC system you can use it for N-scale, HO, and O-gauge. I did model HO, but eventually I went to N-scale, as you see here, because I can have a nice sized railroad in a small space and run nice sized trains, and it looks good, and it doesn't look like it's cramped up. And I use wide radius curves on my layout, and this allows me to run anything I want to, so I'm not limited. I can do big boys, challengers, and all that kind of stuff. Of course, they're kind of expensive. But DCC is the future of model railroads, and most locomotives that you can get these days are either DCC ready or just plain out DCC equipped. So this is the route to go. I'm a big N-scale fan myself because of the ability to do a large amount of scenery and railroad in a small space, to be able to run big mainline trains and do switching operations. I built the entirety of this N-scale model railroad on a door. I took the metal party table legs, like the plastic tables you see at parties, and they got the metal legs that fold out. You can actually buy those in kits. I installed this, and then I built big wooden stands Set the party legs on. Yeah, there's my internet. I got strapped because this slides up against the wall in my living room when I'm not in use. So this way, this is at a comfortable viewing level. So people who come over, you know, layout's almost at eye level. It's taller than my girlfriend. But this allows people to really enjoy the detail and see the railroad in full view and really get an appreciation for, you know, what N-scale is these days compared to what it used to be. And I love my model railroad. This one took me a little less than a year to build, but I did go kind of crazy and work on it every single day and order something for it every paycheck. But I highly recommend it. And the locomotive that's running that sound equipped is a Broadway Limited Alcoa PA1. And really awesome. Usually pulls my local passenger trains around. Alright, there you go, guys, go.